Today's video is all about the 5 questions to ask yourself before starting a business. Now, you could have either been starting a second career, or you would have just quit your 9 to 5 job, or somebody has just told you that, hey, you've been on a sabbatical, so why not, start something new. Or if you are, you're a homemaker and you want to really start something different, or you want to start something flexible, so you have your own business. So your husband would have told you that, now it's time for you to start something new, now that you have the time to start and to, build your talent. So before you actually jump into or dive into your business, what are these 5 questions that you need to ask yourself? And that's what this video is all about. And I really feel that these 5 questions are very, very important for you to take forward and to consider before you actually start a business. Because once you start a business, it's like a different ball game, guys. It's just that, from switching from a 9 to 5 job, you're moving on to maybe a 24/7 job. Because however they say that flexibility is a key in, business, in creating businesses. But in the end, you are on your own. You're going to be your own leader. So you have to be sure that what you're doing is right and how you're going to go about starting something new. So my very first question to you would be, is my concept relatable? Okay, now when you ask people, when you talk to people about your concept, say it's a talent, say it's something that you want to teach, maybe you want to, cook something, you want to have this whole, a kitchen garden kind of a concept or an idea. So then how would other people relate to your concept? Okay, are you targeting the right audience? That's the first thing that you need to think of. Who are the people who are going to be buying your product, who are going to be understanding your business? I would really suggest for you to go and do like a mini research, talk to some people in your inner circle, that is your friends and family, and see what they think about your concept. And then you begin. That's your first step. Okay, your second question is, do I see myself doing this after 5 years? Now, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people who are on their own, they tend to give up after, say, maybe a year or two, maybe even within 6 months. They say, oh, it's not working, I'm not making any money, I'm not doing anything. But do you see yourself doing this 5 years later? Do you see yourself as a long-term business owner where you're going to be building this brand to a whole new level? Because if that's the case, then you're in the right track. If it's a very temporary thing that you see, okay, I'm going to see how it goes, I don't think it's the right thing to start your business. Okay, maybe you need to kind of get more ideas, or probably see if your concept is relatable. Go back to question number 1 and ask people that, is this really something that will last? Because see, they say that 95% of your businesses fail and only a 5% last, but let's not focus on the negative aspect of it, guys. We should really look at how you are going to go ahead and take things forward in your way. Yeah. Then the third question is that, what is my primary reason behind starting this business? Now, your reason, you found that, okay, your concept is relatable. You know that it's going to be a long-term thing that you're going to be doing. Now comes the time where you feel that, okay, maybe my reason behind this is that I want to help people look better. Say if you're a stylist or an image consultant, or you're in the beauty industry, or if you want people to manage their money better. So that means their finances. You become a finance coach. You become somebody who helps people manage money. Or you could be somebody who wants to help people with sales and marketing, like want to build their brand through your strategy in sales and marketing. So what is the purpose? What is the reason behind doing your business? Okay, there has to always be a reason, guys. It's not just that I'm going to do it for my passion. Everyone has a passion, everyone has a talent, but how you're going to mold it into something that works for the crowd is what you need to look at. And then my fourth question to you is, what are my top 3 skills that I can master? Now, these skills could be soft skills, they could be something like technical skills, it could be skills in maybe in certain parts of your business that you want to work with. So say, for example, if it's soft skills, so you're good at communication skills, you're good at body language, you're good at interpersonal skills. And let me tell you, in business, interpersonal skills is like a really, really big thing. It's very important to manage people. Initially, it's going to be a little difficult, but you can always take it forward. But you need to understand, what are these 3 skills that I can tap into and I can master and that would lead me to build a business that is permanently and 100% successful. Okay, so what it could be, I'm good at interpersonal skills, I'm good at management, I'm good at, say writing skills, my content writing is really good. It could be any of these first three things that come to your mind. Think about what people have told you. Think about what people have actually said. They've complimented you in certain things. For somebody, it could be styling. It could be dressing up. So how do you take that forward in your business? Okay. And my last question to you is: do I have a business owner mindset or an employee mindset? Now, this is not something that people really talk about. Okay, but if you have an employee mindset, you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to stick to you being your boss and you listening to yourself in a different way, as opposed to maybe trying to make it actually work. Okay, like in other words is that an employee mindset is someone who switches off at 6 o'clock. Okay, starts at sharp 10 o'clock, switches off at 6 o'clock. Does this ring a bell? And the next thing, the other thing which I want to talk about is the business mindset, the business owner mindset, wherein you don't switch off for like 24/7. Okay, you do have holidays. I'm not saying that you struggle and you slog, but you don't switch off at the end of the day. You still have your business, your proposal, your the way you want to go about things in your business, your entire concept in mind, talking to people. It just goes on. You are living your brand. You're living your business. Okay, so that is a difference between business owner mindset and an employee mindset. And the other version of a business owner mindset would be that I'm going to be losing out. I'm going to be losing out on a lot of money, but I will get it back. Okay, it's going to come back. I have to invest in my business, but it's going to come back. But as when it comes to an employee mindset, oh no, I'm going to be missing out. I'm going to be losing out on a lot of money. Let's just save up and let's see what happens later. Yeah. So when you own a business, be ready to invest. Be ready to spend on that business, because in the end you're spending on yourself, you're spending on your learning. And let me tell you, your traditional learning that you have done, whatever you have done, any course that you have done, is just stopping at that. What goes beyond that is your experience and what you learn from your experiences and what you're going to master to build a different kind of a business that people are going to be talking about. Alright, with this I come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you really like my video, you can subscribe to my channel, and I will be sharing more on these, more insights on how to build your business, things like your how to build your personal brand, how to create a strategy, some challenges that I have personally faced in my journey as an entrepreneur, as a personal branding coach, and a lot more related to that. Okay, this is Diya Asrani signing off. Bye.